Okay, and there's the pack all loaded up, and I've got both the hang system and the ground system in there, so it's like a bivvy tent and a hammock. Where I'm going, I only want to either take a hammock or a bivvy, so I'm going to strip out the components that I don't need, and that'll lighten the pack down. I usually do a recon on a site if I like it. I was going to take you with me for a quick recon before we set out, but I haven't had time. It's been a hectic day. Later on in this episode we'll pitch up and do our overnighter, but this is actually the day before filmed out of sequence, so got a couple of things to show you with the kit. Come over here and have a look at this. Here's the drawstring, and I've just popped one of these little LED lights there, ever so thin. So now when I open my pack, there you go, there's my little torch. I can root about and dig things out really easy. I've also had to put an LED flashing light on as well, because a bit of the route we're going to take is perhaps I'll have to take a bit of the main road, and it's going to be dark and I want to be seen, so I've also fitted the bag itself with an LED flasher. Have a look. And it's the LED flasher that I've stolen from the little puppy dog. See, that's in the shape of a bone. The dog's not having it, I am. I've put it on my backpack. I'm going to be seen in the dark. Now this consists of my hammock and my under blanket. That's going to be a separate episode. It's a real under blanket, a down one. Like I said, that's going to be a proper look at the under blanket in an upcoming episode. And there's my tarp, my basher. So I've got to choose now. Do I go hammocking, or do I go with the bivvy tent? Bivvy tent or the hammock? Decisions. You know, when I go out, I like to take a book, have something to read, and I've just popped into my pal's bookshop. He owns a bookshop, and he gave me this. It was only a couple of quid, but he said I could have it. Show you. It's one of Chris Ryan's Killing for the Company. So I said what I'd do, because he gave me this, is I'd give him a mention on the channel. So if you like a good read and you want a book delivered, he sells antique books as well as little paperbacks like this. So have a look on Bay Bookshop. You're going to find yourself some really good bargains. So that's all I want to really do as a prelude to the camp. Okay, next we're going to have a walk, and we'll set up camp. Okay, it's the 17th of November 2013, and I'm out for the night. I want to test the camper air mattress, and I want to test also the tent, because I've got nighttime temperatures of about 7 degrees, so it's not going to be freezing. Evening temperatures, I think It was 11 or 12 when I left. I've got it's gotten really dark, and I haven't had chance to recce this site. So wherever I am, I'm going to call it camp. Okay, I'll talk to you once we pitched up, and hopefully in the morning we'll have a better look at the camp. Okay, I've been walking now for what seems like or feels like hours. I'm knackered. I'm alongside of a road, and behind the road on an embankment it's flattened out, and it's good enough to put a tent here, and I'm lucky enough to have a street lamp as well, so I'm going to be quite well lit tonight. So I need to rest. I'm knackered, so I'm going to put the tent up, and I'll catch up with you in a second. Okay, I've got the camo net on it. It is just what feels like taking 10 minutes, 10-20 minutes to put up. I'm not knackered. I really am shattered. Walked a long way. It's not the best location for an overnighter, but it's the first time I've had street light have camped, so in one way I'm lucky there. Okay, the tent's up, the air mat I'm just putting in now, and the sleeping bag's going on that, and do you know what, I might just turn in and get a couple of hours in. It's full moon tonight as well. Alright, so in I go. Don't know what time it is. It's early in the morning, probably 3 in the morning or something, and I've got the camo net on the outside, and I think I shouldn't have done it. It's a lot of condensation on the inside of the tent this time round, so I'm going to relocate the tent now. We'll put it somewhere else. It's not a great location, this. We'll see in a bit. Right, moving on to the next location. Didn't get much sleep there. Well, I did actually, eventually. The light originally was helpful to set the tent up with that street light, but now I can't sleep. The tent is damp inside and out. I think that's the camo net over it, so it didn't allow it to breathe. So I'm off for a walk somewhere a bit before, but it's very dark, so I'm going to have to reset camp completely in the dark. What a horrible day. What a horrible day. The inside of the tent is absolutely saturated. All the kit is. I think, it's because I put the camo net on top of the tent itself. I don't even think you're going to see this tent even under illumination. See the camo nets over. This is the second location. That first one, got a few hours kit, and the street light was handy, but if you want a good night's sleep, you don't want to do it under a lamp. I've just put the I've put the XL camper air mattress back in for now, because the floor is wet. I'm not really tired anymore. I've just had to walk another mile or so to get here, so might just put a brew on when it gets a bit lighter, get some breakfast. Okay, that's a brew on. I mean, the camp is wet, tent's wet, I'm wet. I'll talk to you about the sleeping bag and the air mattress as soon as we get a bit of light up. But first, it's a compulsory brew. There's the UCO candle. I'm going to try and dry out the inside of the tent. It is absolutely peeing it down. Now the ultra cold 5-season sleeping bag, I thought was it's a down one. I had to down, duck down. I didn't think it deserved the 5-season rating. Really didn't. Did get very cold last night. I'd have only given it a 4-season if that. There's only one system that can combat the actual cold element, and that's 2 sleeping bags. I think we've got one called the MSS system. If you look at that on my channel, you'll know what a hot bit of sleeping system is. But it is bulky. This was light, and it was also, the volume of the pack itself was excuse me, was smaller, but it's no good having it smaller if it's not going to be, you know, any warmer. Now we're all practicing prepping for all kinds of different reasons, and there's something weird going on. There's a comet that's heading our way, and a lot of it is scaremongering on YouTube and that it'll hit, and you know, it's a comet that's changing direction, it's being guided by the ETs and all that. But it is worth keeping your eye on that little comet ISON, ISON, and you can certainly YouTube it. Is a very strange phenomenon, and it should be, now it's, what is it now, the 28th? No, it's not, it's the 18th. 28th is when Comet ISON will be in our atmosphere, and we'll be able to see it and track it. And I'm looking forward to that, because stargazing is another one of my hobbies. So not all the kit I thought worked, and especially the tent, the bivvy tent, absolute hiding. I'm going to put some porridge on, have that, and make my way back home. I think I should have brought out the bivvy bag with the other 2 sleeping bags, and I know for a fact that they've been warm and dry. There's only one thing with that bivvy, with the bivvy sack, is you're constantly having to be lying down. You can't sit up in it, and that annoys me. But the pole to this tent is, look at that, it's on one hell of an angle. It's jumping about all over the place. It will not straighten up. Now this is a little ripstop nylon tent, so it's never going to be as good as a proper mountaineering tent is ever going to be. So I may look for a new kind of proper tent. It's awkward to set up as well. In the dark it's awkward. It's not awkward for me. You know, I've got a wet backside as well. Been having to sit inside the wet tent. Not fun. So as regards to the air mat and sleeping bag, I don't know whether to swap them out or what. The tent, I wouldn't say it's a waste. It's a summer tent. It's going to be 3 seasons. It's not designed to protect against the rain. I have got other tents as well, but I can't carry them. One of them's a Gallet pop-up tent, and that is waterproof, believe it or not. And it goes up in seconds. I love it. It's never let me down. It's too big to carry. So final thoughts for tonight's camp, or today's camp. May want to think about swapping out the tent, the sleeping bag, the air mattress for other ones that I have. Basically putting the pack together how it used to be. I've also got a great little system I want to try out one night. It's a hammock under blanket. It's a real one from America, but that's going to be a separate episode coming up. Yep, turn that off. I'm somewhere in my pack. I'm glad I had that LED, you know, that flashing LED. I needed it last night. And in the pocket here, all kinds of goodies. Not grass though. Is this? Yeah. Porridge. No, I haven't had porridge for years and years. I'm just gonna break it open, put it inside the water. This is just some stream water I've gathered, and I boiled it, brought it to a rapid boil. That's it. Porridge oats. I'm going to return it to the stove and thicken that up, heat it up. To bloom. Okay, bring that to a boil. And that's a bit of breakfast. So I'm in the marsh plains here, right on the coast. Well, I say right on the coast, about 1.5 miles the sea. But you come 1.5 miles inland, this is what you've got: marshland. There's your marshland here. Goes on and on and on, all the way along the coast. It's vast. There's a little road here, little track, where you can stop and people walk their dogs, so I'm not going to be the only people here, the geese. Okay, let's have a little panorama. Here's the Welsh mountains. It's gone a bit thicker. I haven't got any sugar or milk. It's just made of stream water. And that is not bad at all. That's not bad eating. No, it's nicer than I remember it. Porridge oats on a cold, wet November morning. I'm going to go have this, pack up camp, go home and dry everything out. So it's 2 camp locations for the price of one there. That first camp location, excuse me, that first camp location was fine. Bit close to habitation, other people, but it was well hidden. But that street lamp, as useful as it was helping me pitch up in the dark, it kept me awake. I had to move in the end, so I got the torch, moved over from by the road into the marshland where I wanted to come all along, but it was too dark last night by the time I got here. So I had to do it in 2 stages. I'm going to start looking around as well for a new place I can go and put the hammock up. Okay, thanks for joining me on that one, on that kit test. And as always, just as well you do test your kit as well, we found out, didn't we, last night. Okay, to sum up quickly, the 5-season ultra cold down sleeping bag, I don't believe it's a 5-season for 1 minute. It's a shame, but it's a good all year round bag. Apart from extreme cold, I'd only use it up to say 10 degrees Celsius. The camper air mattress, far too heavy at 3.3 kilos to take out with you, and didn't offer as much comfort or insulation as just 2 ordinary thin ones would, and that'd be a lot lighter to carry. The tent itself, never cover your tent over with a ghillie net or a camo net like I have. I think that's what caused the condensation, so when I woke up in the morning everything was soaking, including the sleeping bag and me. I probably would take a bivvy bag out. I know they work, and they are warm and they are dry. I'm still going to have a look around the marketplace and see if there is another storm tent that may do the job. I've found another, but 3 kilos. It's a real conundrum, you know. You can go lightweight and you get what I had, a wet tent, or you can spend the extra, but storm tents are £300-400, mountaineering tents. I found another, but at 3 kilos, I just don't know. Right, I'm going to go back and finish drying off all the kit. Okay, cheers for joining me. Thanks a lot.